What did you make of the game today as a spectacle?
Well, Portsmouth got the perfect start. I mean, to give them a goal like the way that Doncaster did would have been delightful for Guy Whittingham and Stuart Gray, and of course for Luke Varney as well. He probably couldn't believe his luck. And from then on, you just thought Pompey were going to demoralise them. They had 3 or 4 good chances after that to add to the lead, and then Doncaster came into it, scored a great goal, wonderful set piece, foxed everybody on that one. That ball played out to the edge of the box, and Simon Gillett with a wonderful strike, and then they played the better football between then and half time. Then it's down to the managers, and the pair of them did ever so well. They must have sorted themselves out, must have sorted how to stop Doncaster playing, because they did all of that in the second half. There was no threat whatsoever from Doncaster on the Portsmouth goal in the second half, and Portsmouth just ground them down, and eventually the goal started to come. The second one's a bit scruffy, but you'll take that. 2 scruffy goals, the first and the second. I'm not sure whether it was David Norris's goal, to be honest. I thought from my position, from the angle I was at, it had already gone in, but Kitson made sure it went in, and then the third goal was delightful. The football was great, and a tidy little finish.
And have you managed to get down to Fratton Park at all this season, aside from this afternoon? No, this would be first visit. I didn't come last year at all, which the last time I was here, everybody remembers the Anthony van den Boer sending off one for Blackburn Rovers, against Blackburn Rovers here at Fratton Park. That was my last visit, and so I hadn't seen them at all last season, the first time this season, and they're as good as all the Championship sides I've seen this season. I think you're a good omen, because I remember you came here and Portsmouth won 7-4 against Reading 3 or 4 years ago.
I haven't seen them lose here, so that, when the fans give me a reception, I think it's only because of a good look, not because I used to play it.
Okay. But as far as your career is concerned at Portsmouth, I won't ask how many years ago it was when you wore the blue shirt, but what was it like playing for Portsmouth back then?
Yeah, it was fantastic. I made my debut donkeys years ago alongside George Graham and Peter Marinello. And I saw John Milkins today, actually. He was a goalkeeper here at the time. And, Paul Went, players like that. Mickey Mellows, I normally see Mickey around, but I didn't see him today. And then obviously I had a short second spell under Frank Burrows. And I remember, fondly, where you start your career. I wouldn't be where I am today if Portsmouth hadn't paid £200 to buy me out the Navy. So, I'll always be a place in my heart for Pompey.
Has the atmosphere changed much? Because when you look at the ground, I mean, it could be very similar to 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
Not a lot's changed on the ground, you'd have to say. And the Pompey Chimes, I didn't hear them today for the first time. You normally get a play at Pompey, but they resisted that one today.
And finally, from me, just going back to this game today, from what you've seen of Portsmouth this afternoon, what kind of performance was that, do you think? Do you think they can perhaps aim for the playoffs this season? Do you think that's within their reach this season?
The first thing they've got to do is settle the manager situation. Why not give them a chance? I know Guy and Stuart Gray are saying nice things that they don't want the job, but give them the job, give them the opportunity. There's no reason why they can't. If these early results at all end in defeat, then you would be worried. They went to Ipswich in the week, and by all accounts, I spoke to Paul Jewell, one of the best teams that went there, but unfortunately ended up losing. So that's every reason to say, well, look, we'll give you the job until January or whatever, or we'll give you the job to the end of the season. Might as well see what you can do. The lads have seemed to be playing for you now. You've got every chance to make it permanent.
Okay.